many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
We're set. 19, 9. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Get the boys down. He's coming.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go, son. Mark 55. Not today, Mark. Not today.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Darnold now to throw. His throw incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Darnold from the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
And a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Jets will extend their lead.
Donald's pass complete to Bobby Anderson. Touchdown, Jets. High fullback lining up for the extra.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Who's that? 19. 54 Mike. And 31. Coming. Shoot. Kill.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
24.
On 2nd and a couple. Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism. Great hit.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Bravo.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Bell. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A first down throw, Darnold. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Crunch time, defense.
Here's Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Now Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets will extend their lead. Forbath, the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Watson off play action. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
50 seconds. Watch the run. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check back. Mike's 57.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Here we go again.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to look deep in zone. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. On second down now, it's Bell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Bell. Powers through again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Darnold on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jets have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Being chased out left. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 19 yards there on the pickup. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Watson now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. 25 yards that time. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To the air yet again, Watson. Buying time to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Bell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Powell takes it from Darnold. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
5 yards brings up 4th down.
So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, They're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Foreman. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now it's Watson. And Thomas has it. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll go with Foreman. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
51, Alpha.
He's back to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Here we go. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51, young lady. Watch.
Back to throw. And he's got a noon one. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Lady. You're not ready. Bring her, guys. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, you know, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.